All right, I'm getting ready for a bike ride. It is Thursday after work and I have about an hour. I'm gonna go up the canyon. I do have my tools with me. I don't have any, don't tell my husband, but I don't have any tubes or anything like that with me. I need to find them for this bike because I've hardly ever used this bike, so I don't know what I've done with them. Anyway, I don't have a pump, I don't have the spare, the tire levers, I don't have any of that stuff, but I do have the tool in case I need to move the seat, in case I didn't get it quite right. I should have some good biking this weekend, but it's a matter of how much my body can take on a different bike because my knees were killing me, but then again, the seat was super low and hopefully that's the only reason why, but we'll see how today goes. Okay, so I haven't really been talking about my weight loss so far. I was so frustrated in the beginning because it wasn't happening. I was working out. I didn't really change my eating too much, but like something should have happened, but it took a few weeks before I even lost half a pound. And I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to get too frustrated. At the end of 2023, my last weigh-in was 167. So I'm only 25 minutes into my ride. And I just got hit with the strongest hunger pains. And that happens on rides fairly often. Even these short ones. I had some grapes before I left, so I'm not on a completely empty stomach. But man, it hits me hard sometimes. I did bring some fruit snacks, but I don't want to eat them while I'm going uphill. I've got 2 miles to where the pavement ends, and I can eat them there before I turn around and go down. Look how woolly they are. They look like they haven't been sheared in years. I had to eat something. My stomach was just screaming at me. So I had about half the package of fruit snacks, so just a few, just something to get in my stomach, because wow, it was not happy. All right, so this road I'm on, in about 1.5 miles, it ends in gravel, but the gravel road goes up to the top of the mountain to a road called Skyline Drive. It's a all-wheel drive, or what do you call it, off-road vehicle road, and I'm hoping that this year I can bike up there. I've tried, have never made it. It's a lot of climbing. There's no granny gear on this bike. My knees. This is hard. Oh, I really miss Tank. I'll never take him for granted again. Never. All right, we're on the gravel. I'm gonna have to turn around in just a couple minutes here. Well, this is not bad, but this road is very gravelly. Came up this gravel road just a little bit. This is not bad. Very well graded, not gravelly. It's dirt, it's hard packed dirt really. But here is the lower end of the snow. Up higher it's still pretty deep, but this is the lower end of the snow. Whew. I want to keep going, but I'm gonna run out of daylight, so I do have to turn around, but I can take Tank up this road. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about the weight loss on this journey. I've been mostly just talking about biking, which is a big part of weight loss for me, but I think I started the year around 170. About 3 years ago, I was about 155. Little high for me, but not too bad. And then I don't know what happened. The weight just slowly crept up, and then in January of this year I got sick. Like I had bronchitis or RSV or something. My husband had both in January, and I wasn't diagnosed, but I got it right after he got it. So anyway, I wasn't moving because I couldn't breathe. It was awful. It was just really painful to breathe, so I wasn't moving, and I gained 6 pounds or 5 pounds, something like that. My the end of January, I weighed 172, and then so that was around the end of the illness that I had, and then I topped out at 178. So that was early February. I mean, the weight came on fast. So that was when I said, enough, I'm done. I need to lose some weight. And 180 or really close to 180 seems to be the tipping point for me. I just kind of take it until I hit right around 180, and then that's it. I can't do it anymore. So anyway, it was about 178, a little over that, and like 178.6 I think is the highest one that I have that I weighed. But that was when I started cross-country skiing and working out. And so that was, I would say, the middle of February, right about that. So that was 178.6. I didn't want to get frustrated because the weight wasn't coming off, like not even half a pound. I was moving a lot, like moving my body a lot, and I gave up Oreos, peanut butter Oreos. I love those, and we have them all the time at the house. Like, they are always there, and I'm the only one that eats them. But 3 packages in a month, and I decided to give up the Oreos, and actually I haven't had a single one since. I guess they were just a habit. I thought it would be hard, but it hasn't been. But anyway, I gave up the cookies, which I was eating several a day of, and nothing, no weight coming off. I was just getting frustrated, and I really didn't want to talk about it because when I'm really frustrated, I cry. So I just didn't talk about it. But this morning, I weighed 172.3, so I am officially back down to what I was, not before I got sick, but my first weigh-in this year was 173 or 172. Anyway, that was after I was already sick for a month. So I think I probably gained a few pounds, then plus a few more. But anyway, I'm pretty happy. So far I've lost 6 pounds. And I have a tentative goal weight of 155, hoping that I can get down closer to 150. I've been as low as 137, felt fantastic. 145, felt fantastic. Really, I would love 145, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. The other thing I did was I tried to give up chocolate almond milk, but that didn't work out. I love chocolate almond milk too much. But I've incorporated more whole foods into my diet. I am plant-based. I've been plant-based since 2011. Right at the beginning of that, I actually lost a ton of weight. That's when I got down to 137. But I was eating absolutely no junk food and no chocolate almond milk. But anyway, I've started incorporating more whole foods into my diet and not eating as big of portions because I was starting to eat a lot in a sitting. So that's what I've been doing so far. It seems to be working. I don't want to count calories. I just don't have time for that. And I know that that's just gonna take up too much of my time. And going forward after this, I'm not gonna count my calories. I already know that. So, I mean, after weight loss. I already know I'm not gonna count calories after I lose the weight. So I gotta learn how to do it without counting calories now. Don't know exactly what I'll change going forward, but for the moment, that's my plan. And it seems to be working. So I am going to stick with that for the moment. Keep moving. I am going to bike more and more as the weather gets better. Yeah, so that is what's going on with my weight loss. I will keep you guys updated better now that I'm not as angry about my weight. I'm definitely overweight, but I'm not as unhappy. I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling better. I'm not feeling smaller. I'm not. My clothes still don't fit, but I know that'll come. I just have to keep with it. Okay. Rocky and I are working on building our relationship. We haven't had much time together. This ride went a good ways toward that. We did some uphill, we did some crazy downhill, and I didn't die. So I'm starting to trust Rocky a little bit more. Still, he's a little too twitchy, but you gotta get used to him. I spent 25 years with Tank. Used to him completely, but just got to work on trusting Rocky now. I'm getting back kind of late tonight. Took longer than I expected. Of course, I took an extra long break at the top at the park, but still, whew, it's chilly. I don't have tights on today, just my shorts. My legs are frozen. My fingers are frozen. But it's been a good ride. I'm still slow, but I'm a little faster on this bike. And it was good to have a good ride with Rocky, so I could learn to trust him a little more. It's gonna take practice, it's gonna take time, but I've got time. So, pulling into the parking lot. So we'll see you next time. Oh shoot. Okay, so I was ending that video getting ready to pull into the parking lot, or at least the road that leads to the parking lot. And I had the phone in one hand and I went to reach for the brakes. And on Tank I have basically mountain bike brake handles, brake levers, and also I have the ones for a road bike, and I often use the ones on top of the bars, the mountain bike ones. And I forgot that I don't have them on this bike, and I was going downhill and I almost dropped the phone trying to get to the actual brakes because I was going kind of fast getting ready to turn but didn't have the brakes. That was a little scary, but I didn't drop my phone and I managed to work it out so I didn't fall over, which is great because I really don't want to scratch up myself. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny, and I'm back at my car now, so I'm gonna call this done and I will see you next time, and until then, get outside and move.